Duck Dynasty star has plan for anyone who tries to jump his wall, and it's epic. Please subscribe this channel for instant update news. Duck Dynasty Phil Robertson, I love visitors. But I've got a sign on my property that says one thing loud and clear: no through traffic. You see, I decide who comes and goes. I hold the key to the gate. It's my wall. My barrier. Open borders? No way. Not on my property and not in my country. Like President Trump says, we need a wall. Want to get past my gate? You'd better believe I'm vetting you. We need to know who you are, where you came from, and what you're doing here. If you're out to destroy our safety, our property, or our freedom, you need to turn tail and hotfoot it out of here before you see me and the business end of my R. Look, I love people from all over the world. But that's what it's come to in America. There are people who don't love God and don't love me. I can't say those things on cable TV. The liberal advertisers don't like guns, and they sure don't like God. But on In the Woods with Phil on CRTV, I lay it all down. Here's a peek. The human race is just too wicked for me to leave my gate wide open. Hey, there are a lot of left-wingers running around. But those coastal elites build big walls around their guarded estates. I'm looking at you, Barack Obama and Mark Zuckerberg, and then they have the gall to treat our southern border like they treat scientific facts. Phil, you know gender doesn't really exist. Men can be pregnant. Women can have beards. Bert is now Bertha, and you'd better accept it. Well, I don't. Facts are facts. Men are men. Women are women. And the borders of the United States of America are not a suggestion. We should know who's coming and going at all times. And only I get to determine who comes through my gate. Telling the truth is how I roll on In the Woods with Phil. I hope you'll join me in the woods. Mr. Robertson's words are clear and precise. What I hope to hear from him is that we all need to unite together and make sure our government is held accountable, as well as the protection of our Bill of Rights is enforced. Blunt truth is, the Democrats and their lunatic groups have been shoving their agenda down our throats for years, and it is taking its toll on the United States. AFF News Special Report. Let's go after facts that provide the very gateway that the Gun Confiscation Act is following and is so danger close that the Democrats and anti-gun groups are foaming at the mouth. The Democrats in the 1980s told President Reagan that if he signed a mass amnesty for illegal immigrants, they would increase border security. 110% lies. Now we suffer 10 to 30 million illegals invading our nation, and Democrats want to make them voting citizens. The Democrats in 1990 convinced President George H.W. Bush to break his promise over no new taxes, promising that the Democrats would cut spending. 110% lies. This cost Bush his re-election, and Slick Willie became president, and he passed the ban on assault weapons. Then went on to forget about our nation as he played the sax for sex. 2009, and on dozens of occasions, Obama kept promising the American people that if we backed his scheme for a government takeover of our health care, costs would plummet and no one would lose their doctors or insurance. 110% lies. Millions lost their insurance and doctors, and costs have exploded. Let us not forget the epic push for gay marriage. Again, the Democrats promised it would in no way have an impact on American society. 110% lies. All of a sudden we started seeing Christian cake and floral artists are now being persecuted by the state, and the church itself is next. It is vital that we never forget that gay marriage did not and would never win through democracy, that we never forget that gay marriage was forced upon us by a 5-4 vote, by a single vote on the Supreme Court. Epic important. Now they are pushing rights for pedophiles, sanctuary states for illegal aliens, a large portion of which are violent and sexual criminals, abolishing the Second Amendment, as well as pushing Islam and destroying American history because they feel offended by the truth.